Have you ever wondered what goes into making sure that the water that comes out of your tap is safe to drink? Well, in today's episode of Peoria Focus, we're finding out what the city of Peoria does to ensure that that cup of water is safe for you and your family. Jennifer Peterson is here with me today. You are the Environmental and Wastewater Services Manager here with the city. So you know a lot about making sure that the water is high quality and clean for those residents here in Peoria. And I think it's fair to say any resident of any city wants to know that the drinking water that's coming out of their tap is safe for consumption. And that is something that you guys take very seriously. You do a lot to ensure that. Am I right?
Yes, you're correct. So we have staff at both the treatment plants and in our environmental resources group that are continually monitoring the drinking water. From the time the water enters the plant, the operators are testing and monitoring it to ensure that the treatment processes are effective. And then once it goes out into the system, our environmental resources team are collecting samples at sample stations all throughout the community to make sure that the water is safe for use from the time it leaves the plant to the time it reaches your tap.
And we're in one of the labs today. You will get some of those samples and they will come here, and you have chemists that then specifically look for certain things that could be unsafe to the public.
Correct. So we have chemists in-house, and we also use an outside lab for support. And we analyze for all the contaminants that are regulated under the Federal Safe Drinking Water Act. And our goal is to meet or exceed those standards. And so the testing is part of what we do to ensure that we're meeting all the requirements.
There's something that's kind of floats around in the news, and people have heard of something called forever chemicals or PFAS. That is something that is very real, and it's something that you look for. What are they?
So PFAS is actually a family of chemicals. There's thousands of these chemicals, and they've been used for decades in a lot of household and industrial uses. They're used in products that are non-stick, stain repellent, water repellent. They're used in a lot of industrial processes, firefighting foams, and things like that. And the properties that make PFAS good for those products are also the things that make them very difficult to remove from the environment. The way they get into drinking water is when you have products that contain those chemicals or waste that contain those chemicals, and it gets either disposed of in the ground or discharged into a water body, then it can reach drinking water. So the EPA has recently set federal drinking water standards for 6 of these compounds. Peoria has tested all of its sources, its surface water sources and its groundwater sources, and we've only found PFAS above those limits in 1 groundwater well. We've turned that well off, it's not serving any water, and we're evaluating treatment options.
And so something like that being found, it's very important because it can be very dangerous to those that then would consume something with those chemicals in there. I think that's good. The public needs to know that with the constant testing, you're looking for that. If that was ever to be found in the future, you would do just that again.
Correct. We would remove that source and evaluate the options to treat it.
Okay, and this is an ongoing thing. You guys don't necessarily sleep on this. You're constantly testing, constantly gathering samples. Most people in their communities don't even know that you're gathering samples within their neighborhoods.
Yes, we collect thousands of samples a year, and we have operators at our treatment plant that are monitoring the treatment process as well as the distribution system 24/7.
If there is somebody watching this and says, I want to know a little bit more about what really goes on in some more in-depth literature and education, how can they go about that?
So transparency is very important to us in the Water Services Department. We publish an annual water quality report, which is available on our website. We also maintain a frequently asked questions section on water and water quality topics, so information can be found there. And we're always available if anyone wants to reach out to us with any specific questions or concerns.
All right, Jennifer, thank you so much.
Thank you.
As always, thanks for watching, and be on the lookout for more episodes as we focus on the issues that matter to you.